The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey guys, James Pate here. Just go ahead and type in the chat box if you can hear me okay. Okay, you guys hear me okay? Alright, so today I'm going to give a talk on reputation management, and also I'm going to cover some techniques for website design that I use for when I'm doing mock-ups, and also a few cool things you can do with mobile website design that it's actually free. It won't cost any money, and I'm also going to show you some basically what I do to get my websites made really cheap. And I actually prefer to do websites myself just because I kind of enjoy it, and I figure why not do it myself rather than pay someone else a few hundred bucks, you know. But so first off, I'm going to talk about website design. So if you guys have any questions while I'm going, just feel free to type it in the chat box. But the places that I like to get my website done are elegantthemes.com. This is where I get a lot of my website themes from. And the great thing I like about this website, it's like 40 bucks per year. And basically, if I can't find a website here, I go to themeforest.com. Now, this is a little bit pricier because you're going to be paying for each individual theme. But if you're looking for something specific for a client, you can do a lot of stuff with. They have all kind of WordPress themes here, a lot of cool creative ones. Like if it's for photography, e-commerce, they have a lot of good stuff on here. So now for mobile websites, I actually like to use this plugin on Elegant Themes called Handheld Mobile Plugin. And basically what it does is it's a WordPress plugin. And you just change the logo right here, and it automatically converts the whole website into a mobile website. Yes, it will be recorded. So it's already being recorded, and I'll send out this recording after. So this is a great mobile website plugin that I like to use. And now one other thing, if you're doing videos on a mobile website, one great thing you could do, so say you want to put this video and make it appear on any website. What you would do is you go to the video you want to embed. You go to click embed, and then I usually uncheck show suggested videos. You click on the size, and it doesn't really matter what size you click. You just click one of them. Then you copy this right here, and then you'll paste it. You'll make a new page. You'll go to the HTML editor, and then I usually center it, and then you just paste that code right in here. And to make it mobile compatible, all you have to do is change this width to say 100%. So instead of doing, this is pixels right here, you just do 100%, and it'll stretch the video out to the length of the screen on no matter what device it is. So this is a great little trick you can do that'll make any video mobile compatible on any device. So that's a great little trick that you guys can use, and you can see right here it stretches it out all the way. And I went ahead and did a this is a mobile phone emulator, so it shows what the website looks on a mobile phone, and if you see as I drag it, it changes the width of the video. So if you have like a small device like this, it'll be this width, and I usually just set the height to a certain amount. But you could probably do the same thing with the height, like set it to 100%, but then it just might look a little bit weird. But so does that make sense, guys? For mobile devices. What do you guys usually do when you're doing a website? Where do you like to get your website themes from? You guys can go ahead and just type it in the chat box or the questions box. I just want to see what you guys like to do. ThemeForest, yeah. That's a offline business themes. WPMU. Yeah, I like WPMU dev. Studio Press, that's a good one. This is another great website. It's a little bit more expensive, but they have a great plugin if you want to do an e-commerce website. And e-commerce websites are a great niche to get into because I've sold an e-commerce website for about $5,000 before, and it didn't take a whole lot of work. Basically, you make a website, and they have a really high perceived value. So, and it's also a great thing that you can upsell if a place sells their own products, you can build them a website. And WPMU Dev, you just go to premium.wpmudev.org. They have a great where is it? They have a great plugin for e-commerce websites. And it basically integrates with any WordPress theme. It's called MarketPress. And I use this for a few different websites. And basically it makes it really easy for them to sell products on basically any WordPress themes. Let's see, Ty says, yes, good profit margin because most people don't know how to do it right, and higher perceived value if you provide training to the owner. Exactly. And with WordPress, it's really easy to do that. I can actually show you one website I did. It was for a band. This was a theme I found on Elegant Themes, and it just has a little intro video that plays in the background. But see, if you go to the store, this is with MarketPress. Looks like it's loading a little slow because of the webinar, but you get the idea. It's a store that with this MarketPress theme, so you can add a lot of products. Okay, let's see. Someone else said FitVids plugin for WP Mobile. Woo Themes is another good one. Yeah, those are a lot of great places to get websites. And if you don't want to do it yourself, you could always go to Odesk and pay someone pretty cheap to install a theme that you want. So yeah, you should definitely check out Elegant Themes. It's a great price, and they have a ton of different themes, and you get access to all of them for about $40. So instead of going to ThemeForest, you can buy one of these for the price that you'd be paying for one theme. So, and these are pretty customizable for just about any type of business. Okay, so you guys have any questions? What plugins do you recommend? Barry's asking what plugins do I recommend? Like what type of plugins? Like what are you trying to do? As far as SEO, I like Yoast. Let me see what plugins I have on this website. I love Backup Buddy. That's a great plugin for if you want to move a website. It's really easy to use. You just download like two files, a zip file with the website and another file, and then you can back up the website automatically. You can set it to back up to like your Amazon account every so often. Let's see. Of course, I like ReviewHub and ReviewStars, but I'm kind of biased. SuperCache, WP SuperCache. This is a good caching plugin if you want to speed up your websites. Let's see. Slick Contact Forms. This is a good contact plugin that I've used. I think I have it enabled. Let's see. Yeah, this is this contact form right there that pops up, and it just shows on every page. And it stays right there in view. So for membership, yeah, S2 Member is a great membership plugin. A lot of people use that. WP Twin, that's another good one. Let's see. Security plugins, I don't use any security plugins, but you just want to make sure that you keep I just make sure that I keep all my websites updated, and you want to make sure you follow WordPress's guide to installing a website. So, okay, another thing I wanted to show you guys is a little trick that I use for setting up website previews. If I can remember where I put it. Oh, and a great add-on that I like to use is it's called LastPass, and it automatically fills in, saves all your passwords. If you guys don't know about that, uh, now this is a trick I haven't seen anyone else really use before, and this is probably gonna be part of a product in the future, but I just wanted to let you guys know about it. But it's called WordPress Multisite, and not a lot of people know about it, but I use it for making website previews. So I just set this up to give you guys a preview, but basically, if you want to add a new website, instead of having to set up a new cPanel and everything, you just go to Network Admin, and then you can have a list of WordPress sites all within one WordPress installation. To add a new installation of WordPress, say it's like a plumber, you just type in plumbers, and you click Add Site, and now you have a new website made. So now you can set up a preview. You have this website right here, Plumbers. So I'm in the admin for that, and it's just like a regular WordPress. So you see, I just made a whole new WordPress installation in about 5 seconds. So that'll save you a whole lot of time. And yeah, it can be confusing to set it up, but once you have it set up and once you know how to work it, it's a really cool tool to set up previews fast. If you're just trying to make a few previews to get some clients, obviously you wouldn't, have their installation in WordPress Multisite, but you already have access to all the themes that you have installed on your main installation. So basically you install WordPress Multisite, you go to your main admin. It's called a network admin. You install a lot of different themes, and then you can activate those themes for any installation you do. So this is like the 2 that I have activated right now, and then you can basically just set up a website like that. So you can see this is the one that I just made, and it's a brand new WordPress installation. Took a few seconds, and then yes, it will be recorded, and we're going to be talking about reputation management in a second. I just wanted to show you guys some of this. It's called WordPress Multisite, and they have a whole guide to setting it up. It's not as complicated as it looks, and I'll be making a guide to setting that up pretty soon. But if you just look, it's free, and basically you install WordPress, and then you just edit. You go into as soon as you install WordPress, you go to, what file is it? You just follow these instructions. So you create a directory, then you edit wp-config.php, edit one line on there, and your .htaccess file. So it's like 3 different steps. And there's a few more things you have to do, but they have instructions. And if you needed, you could find someone on Fiverr to do it, probably for $5. But as soon as you set it up, it just makes your life a whole lot easier when you're trying to set up previews for people. And that's definitely saved me a lot of time. But I can give you a link to this. So that's the instructions for it. Okay, Ty says WP Best Security is a good security plugin. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about reputation management. So I just want to know first, if you guys could type in the chat box, what do you like to do for finding clients and for prospecting for reputation management? Okay, Charlie says he looks around Yelp. Yeah. Yeah, look around Yelp and Google. Yeah, use a leads tool, looking for bad reviews. So yeah, a lot of you guys have the right idea. That's the easiest way to do it from the start, is to just go onto Google and you look for bad reviews. So you just look for businesses around your area. and you just see who doesn't have, if they don't have any reviews, you could help them out a lot by getting reviews. And yeah, you just look on businesses on the first and second page and see these people have a bad review, but you just look around until you can find a bad review. And this is reputation management. It's sort of a type of local search marketing, and I sort of group it in with local marketing, and I use it as a way to add on to the service that I'm delivering already and provide more value. And yeah, looking for businesses with no reviews. That's exactly right, because no reviews can hurt you just as bad as having bad reviews. Because I mean, if there's only one business with good reviews, like this one right here, I mean, I bet they're getting a lot of the business just because someone goes on here, they don't know anything about any of these other businesses, but immediately they get credibility because they have at least one review right here that shows up. Great establishment. I had my car tended here. And so yeah, you need to be able to communicate that like how this is going to help their business, and that's the first step when you're trying to contact these people, is to make sure that they understand exactly how you can help them. Oh, Steven, yeah, I'm in Boca, so he's in Fort Lauderdale. That's cool. Okay, so how many of you guys do not have any clients yet, or you haven't started in offline marketing? Just to get a gauge. Okay, yeah, so it looks like we have a few people who are just starting. So you're not in reputation management. Yeah, so how many of you guys, you have offline clients, but you haven't specifically done reputation management? Okay, yeah. So yeah, basically reputation management, you need to think of it as it's pretty much the same thing you're doing with local marketing, but you're putting a different spin on it. So you're still going to be, when you're doing offline marketing, you should be dealing with reviews anyway, because reviews are what ranks the Google Places listing. As many of you guys know, when Google is trying to decide which one to place the highest, they look at the name, address, and phone number as it's listed on the Google Plus local listing, and they look for instances of that around the web. So right away from the start, I mean, you know the importance of reviews, and you know how much that helps the business just technically with how Google's ranking algorithm works. So that's one way that you can pitch this, but even more importantly, you need to look at it in terms of how prospective clients choose listings when they're looking on the web for a business. And businesses, they want to see numbers. They want to see like how many leads. They want to know that they're going to be getting results and that they're going to be getting leads. So you need to keep that into mind when you're pitching them. Now what I do is I don't lock them into a contract. Basically what I do is I say, I'm going to be working, and I'm not going to lock you in a contract so you can leave at any time. I deliver results. So let's see what questions we got. I have a question. A franchise. They need help with their reputation. However, my brother said it is Pizza Hut. People already know them and won't look at their reviews. They don't care. Okay, so Pizza Hut's probably not the best place to go after because they have someone in charge of their marketing. I mean, you could always try, but as far as franchises, I mean, franchises are a great way to go after clients because you get one client and then you have a lot of deals with that one deal, so you can make a lot of money. But you have to approach that right, and you have to contact them at the top, and you have to schedule a meeting and get a proposal with their corporate office. So that's a great way to do it if you've had a little bit of experience. But I would start off with somewhere small just to get the feel of it first. And another thing that I've noticed recently is, I don't know how many of you guys have iPhones. I actually don't have an iPhone, but I believe it's Yelp that they are pulling their Google Maps from. So that's something that you could mention too, is that a lot of people are using iPhones are getting the business, like that's how the iPhone determines which businesses is through Yelp, I believe. I may be wrong, but it's one of the secondary ones. It's not Google. So it's more important now to focus not only on Google but also on third-party directory sites and review sites, because there's a lot of devices and a lot of means that people are using to try and find businesses these days through all these different review sites. Okay, what other questions we have? What is the best method for getting people to post their reviews online? Okay, yeah, Santucci says Apple has their own mapping service and they pull reviews from local businesses from Yelp. So yeah, so you definitely need to emphasize that they need to be, focusing their local search marketing around review sites, because this is where a lot of their threats work well also. And so now we're going to talk a little bit about delivering reputation management services. Okay, let me check over the questions before we move on to that. Is multi-site a plugin? No, multi-site is built into WordPress, and it's basically you just change some of the code in WordPress. You just make a few changes, and it enables multi-site, so you can add new sites really easily, and it works great for proposals. Okay, someone's trying to use pay-per-call. Barry, the sites really belong to me and not a local business. What would be the best way to get reputation reviews for this type of situation? Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about delivering reviews. So the idea with reviews is you need to, if you think about it, basically you need to get in contact with the customers, and you need to get the business a system in place for contacting these customers and asking for reviews. So the best way to do this is, it really depends on the type of business and where in the process of the sale, in the process of interacting with the customer, that they will have this opportunity to get reviews from customers. So one of the best ways is through email marketing. If they have an email list, then you could get in contact with their past customers that way. You could offer some type of discount, or you could just record a video from the owner just saying, I want to thank you guys for working with us, and it would really help out our business if you guys could leave us a review. Just something simple like that. If they're on Facebook, you could use Facebook. You could try to post on their Facebook page a link to Google, saying, we love our customers, and it would really help our business if you guys could take a minute of your time to leave us a review. And you also need to focus on in-store. So you could post a link to review sites on their actual receipts. So as soon as people buy, as soon as they purchase, you could have a link to the bottom to maybe a review site or a page on the website that has a link to their review sites. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but you need to help them get a system in place so that they can start getting positive reviews from their customers. Now, you can also get, say it's a restaurant, if you want to get the servers involved, you could have a QR code that goes to a page on the website for reviews. You could have a VIP group. That's something a lot of people would do with text message marketing. They get them to opt into an SMS list, and you can have the first message that comes back, thank you for your time. We would love if you could leave us a review, and have a link on their mobile phone that goes directly to Google or a page on their website with review sites. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. And if you need to, you could also get a list of their previous customers and just call them on the phone. Say, I'm helping them, I work for this business, and we're trying to get some feedback from our past customers. Get some people who had a good experience. And generally, if people are nice. If they had a good experience, if they like the business, they don't mind taking a few moments of their time to go leave a review. So you just have to, put out a little bit of work to do it. But the easiest way is to get a system in place. So you do the work up front, and then the business does the rest. So they're paying to consult you, and that way it won't take up a ton of your time. That way you're not the one who's always going in and trying to call customers. Get them a system so that they can get reviews consistently. And if you do that, it'll improve their Google Plus local listing, it'll improve the ranking, and it will give them more credibility when people are looking for their business online. Google reviews need Google account. Yes, that's one of the reasons I like to, well, I have a plugin review hub that goes through and you could do this without the plugin too. You could just have a list of review sites. This is my review hub plugin, so it's it lets people leave a review. And then this is what I was trying to show you. It has a menu of review sites. So you could do the same thing. You could just have links to different, this is what I do with my business. So you could have links to different review sites. So depending on where they have an account, they can go on these pages and leave a review. So insider pages, yellow pages, super pages, Yelp. And basically what you want to do for this is, say you want to do it on their receipt, you want to give them a link directly to the place where your business is listed so they don't have to go and find it. So this is the link that you would want to use right here. So that's what I do for different accounts. Yeah, someone's asking about Google Places. Google Places does not allow embedding, but you can still link directly to the site, and that's what I did in the menu. Okay, so do you guys have any other questions so far? Is there anything specifically you guys want me to talk more about? What's the difference between embedding and linking? Embedding is basically an iframe. It means that the page shows up directly within the website. Wait. So when you embed, what I mean by that is, you see this Yellow Pages? This is the Yellow Pages website. It's embedded in this website. And a link is like where you click this, and it goes to that website, so it takes you somewhere else. Can you manage the reviews before they are posted? No, you can't manage reviews on third-party review sites like Yelp and Google, because they just go directly to that page. Now what you can do is you can only direct customers who had a good experience to that page, which is why you can have your servers, if it's a restaurant, have them give out cards or postcards, or get them on a VIP list so that they can get them to leave a review. Yes, there will be a recording. Do most review sites allow mobile postings? Yes, most review sites are mobile friendly. So if you go to Google, they have a mobile version of their website, which is why if you're doing mobile, what I would recommend is just do a link directly to that website and don't even try embedding, because it'll just get messy if you try and embed. If you're on a mobile device and trying to view an embedded page, that usually doesn't work very well. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about proposals. So what do you guys usually do? So say you found a business, say either use some type of prospecting method, either you email them or you cold call them or you walk into the business. So that's usually the three main things that you can do. Well, actually, I'll talk about that first. As far as prospecting, how do you guys like to actually contact the people? Do you guys like to call? Do you record a video? Do you like to cold call? Do you just walk into businesses? just everyone type into the questions box either what's most effective or what you like to do the most. Okay, we have cold call, record a video, walk-in, call, email, all of the above, cold call, email, walking in. So yeah, a lot of you guys, you try a lot of different things. Basically, it really depends on the business, but you want the most targeted thing you can do, depending on how much time you have available. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, obviously, you could, what I find is most effective is actually recording a personal video for each client and then emailing it to them. And then I follow up with a phone call. So that's a effective method. I do a lot of different things actually. It just depends on how I feel that day because I don't like to do the same thing and like over and over again because it just gets monotonous. But you know, some businesses, if I'll just choose a business, you know, that I'll actually like to go to, and if they have a bad review, then I'll just talk to the business owner. But that's just one thing that I like to do. It just depends on the situation. Email works good in some niches. When I first started offline marketing, uh, I did. I actually started off with a little bit of cold calling, and actually the first time I ever cold called someone, it was a roofer, and I was talking to him on the phone, and I said, I noticed your website is old and could use updating. Um, have you thought about getting a new website? And right off the bat, he was like, "You're not very good at cold calling, are you?" I was like, "No, sir. You're actually one of the first people I've called." And he was like, "Well, you're lucky because I actually do need a website. So why don't you come in and meet with me?" And then when I got in, he actually started coaching me on cold calling, and he made me pick up my phone and pretend like I was calling someone, and then he would work with me on cold calling. I thought that was pretty funny because he was one of the first people that I had cold called. But so yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what method you do as long as you do something because people can tell if you're honest, they can tell if you want to help them. So as long as you know how to build a website, which isn't that hard as many of you guys know, you know, you can throw up a website pretty quickly, and if you don't know how to, it's pretty easy to learn, or you can just hire someone else to do it. I mean, because you guys know more than about, you know, 75% of the people out there as far as SEO and internet marketing. I mean, just because we're in the Warrior Forum, you don't want to discount what we learn because most of those people, they don't even know about internet marketing, how to use YouTube, I mean, what Google Places or Google Plus Local even is. So, I mean, you guys know what you need to know to do this. You just have to, you know, just do it. I mean, I just started calling people, and he could tell that I wanted to help him, that I knew how to do what I was doing, and he trusted me and gave me a chance, and I actually ended up selling 2 websites to him. Uh, at that point, because I was just starting out, what I did was I gave him a free website, and then I told him I charged him like $50 a month for hosting and charged him for marketing too, so it ended up being a better deal for me in the long run. And then he also had an eBay business, so I built him a e-commerce. That was the first e-commerce website I built for him, and that was like $1,200, I believe. That was one of the first paid websites that I did. But yeah, for websites, I usually don't go below around $1,000 unless it's for a friend or someone that I'm trying to help out. But when I am proposing a website, what I do is I break it down based on what they want involved in the website, and I always try and upsell them. Like if they want a store, that's a great thing you can upsell. Another thing you could do that I upsold once was QuickBooks integration, and that was I added like $2,000 I think for that, and I bought a software that or I bought a software that did it and paid the company to install it. Ended up being like $700. So that was a great service that I could upsell that I haven't really seen many other people do, but just integrated with their accounting software, so it automatically posted all of the products into their QuickBooks. That's a pretty cool thing you can do. But yeah, you want to break it down, like get a feel for how many pages they want, get a feel for how long you think it'll take, how many design proposals you're going to do. You want to make sure you clearly say, I'm going to give you, maybe 2 or 3 options up front, and then I'll give you this many revisions. You want to specify whether you're doing a logo or not. Who's going to be providing the content. You need to be specific, otherwise they'll assume that you'll do everything, and you could get yourself into trouble if you don't end up doing everything. And every time you do a website, you want to focus on recurring commission, because that's where you're going to be making most of your money. So you want to be focusing, what you could do. What I do sometimes is I offer the website up front for a higher price, but I say if you do marketing with me, I'll cut off some of the cost of the website, and then I'll charge you like $500 a month for marketing services and you have to do like maybe a minimum of 3 months, just so in case they decide to cancel, that it covers the cost of the website. So that's another thing you can do to try and upsell the marketing services, is offer 2 different options, 2 different payment plans based on how many services they want to buy from you. So, and another thing sometimes I upsell is Facebook, depending on the business. Some businesses I don't really think it's that effective, but some businesses it's great. So you could do recurring commission for managing a Facebook page, or even setting up a Facebook page, which is something that's good for ranking anyway, because you can get a link from that from Facebook and Twitter. At least set it up, and then if they want, you could run some ads and get them some fans pretty easily. And it's not that much work for you. You just run a Facebook ad campaign, and then just show them how to do posts or do it for them. So that's a service you could offer for reputation management as well, because Facebook is a great place to help people with their reputation. So generally when I'm proposing, I will give like 3 different overall options, like a cheap, medium, and expensive. I won't call it that, but I'll just give them 3 different options. Maybe the basic will include a website and hosting, and that's if they didn't mention at all that they're interested in marketing. And then maybe I'll offer them discounted price on the website with SEO services and local search marketing. And then maybe I'll offer, to rank even more keywords, or to make a lot of different listings, to sign them up for like 75, 100 different local listings to help their Google Places listing, and maybe offer to make them some videos. I'll usually do that anyway. I'll make about 5 different videos to put on their Google Plus local listing. So, you just want to have tiered options, because generally they'll choose the top option. And whenever you have different options like that, basically what you're doing is you're putting the price into perspective. So say you offer someone right off the bat, you pitch them, $1,500 and $750 a month. They may be hesitant to do that, but if you give them 3 different options and that's the highest option, it puts it in perspective, and they see that as more valuable because they see worse options that they can choose for lower prices. And it just puts it in perspective and helps you sell the service at a higher price. Okay, let me go through the questions real quick. Yes, there will be a recording. And email works with some niches, calling works better with others, and video works with yet other niches. Depends, right? Exactly. It depends on the niche, and whether you think, they'll open their email, that they'll sit through the video, and how much time you have. When I started out, I used a lot of the Video Assassin videos before I actually started doing them with Rob Actis. I found those to be really effective. I used a software for a while, and I would just grab a ton of emails from Google Places, then I would put them into an email program and use a template and send it out to everyone. And I also used, I believe someone mentioned Kevin Lamb. He has a client management system. I actually haven't tried that out, but he has an analysis generator product. I don't think it's available anymore, but it was pretty cool. It'll analyze their site and make a PDF for them, and then I would send that out. But I think that videos work just as good. And there's a lot of different ways. It really depends on what you feel most comfortable with, how much time you want to invest in this. Obviously the most effective would be something that's personal. So recording them a video or cold calling. If you're not comfortable with cold calling and you want to, just follow up, then just send them a video, give them an overview. You want to show them exactly their bad reviews because that's what makes them aware. That's what sells them, is when they see that they have these bad reviews. So you just do, I have a program called Camtasia. It's a great one for recording your screen. Camtasia Studio. So you record your screen, just you going to Google, searching for their business. Just say, look, you see this is what people do when they're looking for your type of business. Everyone goes to Google and they type this in, chiropractor, Florida, chiropractor, Boca Raton, lawyer, Raleigh, whatever city it is, and you show them that they're not showing up at all, or if they are showing up, that the only thing people see is a bad review, and then you say, now you're losing a lot of leads from this, and then you could go to Google AdWords tool and show them exactly how many searches per month people are doing for that keyword term, so you can show them, how many people that they're actually losing to this. So you want to make it clear to them what the benefit will be if they work for you, that they'll actually be getting leads, because that's what they want in the long run. That's their main goal, is to get leads. They don't care about all the technical talk that you know about, that you can, help them with their NAP and their local search listing. They just want to talk in terms of leads. So you need to not get too technical with them, not get lost in all the technical terms, which you may not realize it, but a lot of the things that we talk about as internet marketers, that's really technical for a lot of people, and they don't really know what you're talking about. So you need to talk in terms of leads and how you can help them get more business. When new, do you recommend focusing on one niche, one product? If you're new, I would recommend just think of the businesses that you know, that you go to regularly, because that's going to be the best way, is, a business that you know. If you know a business owner that needs help, or if it's a place that you regularly go to that you know is a good business that you believe in, and if they had some bad reviews, just offer to help them out, offer to build them a website. I mean, a lot of people still have really bad websites. Or you could do mobile website design. That's a great service to get your foot in the door and then upsell them marketing. Yeah, we've been talking about reputation management, but Mark, if you have any questions, just let me know, anything we can cover. How do you find the local searches in AdWords? I can go over that. So you go into AdWords and you want to do broad and exact, or you could just do one or the other. But you just go to the google.com/AdWords or adwords.google.com, and then you go to Tools and Analysis and Keyword Tool, and then you just search for whatever the business is, like then I usually type a few different options, and then local monthly searches, that's what I'm going to be looking at. So 22,200 related to the search Raleigh lawyer, 320 exact people are searching for Raleigh lawyer. So, and it's a decent amount of searches. And you can also see other related terms down here. So you want to mention this because it's a number that you can give them that you can show, and it's real people that are potential customers of their business. What's a great way to create mobile coupons easily? Well, if you're going to be doing like text message marketing, I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. There's a lot of all-in-one systems out there. I know Brian Anderson has a great platform for doing text message marketing. It has QR codes and mobile and everything built in. You should definitely check that out if you're looking to get into SMS marketing. The sales process for mobile websites. For mobile websites, well, basically, those are really easy to sell, like when you're in the store. You know, you can just pull it up on your cell phone, be like, hey, I just noticed that your website looks like crap on a mobile phone. You probably wouldn't want to say it like that, but just show them it's that you do website design. You know, give them an example of a site that you've made on a mobile device, and you know, it'll just take a minute, and you just show them. You know, because you just want to put something in front of them that they can see, that they can understand like how that's affecting their business. Maybe give them some stats on how many searches are done through mobile phones these days. You know, look up a few figures to have on hand. Okay, what other questions do we have? Okay, someone's asking about getting stars listed in search results, and that's I guess that's a good question because I have a stars plugin too, and I guess it's kind of related to reputation management because you can get the business more clicks by showing stars. And it's actually a lot less effective now because of some recent updates that Google has done, but they'll still show up uh, if you put the code. And I'm actually about to update the Review Stars plugin probably in the next few days. Have some pretty cool updates that I did to it. But yeah, it still works. It generally doesn't show up for the home page, but you can rank secondary pages. I don't remember if I have the plugin on this website still. Okay, yeah, so you see here, I have a few stars showing up. So they're not going to show up on every single page, but I mean, this is a pretty good one. I mean, they're showing up on a few different pages. And also these sites, they might not be showing up as much because I've changed this a lot. I use a lot of these websites for testing different methods of showing the stars. But let me see if I have the updated version in here. I can show you guys something. Okay, it doesn't look like it's on this, but I actually added, it hasn't been released yet, but I added a feature so you can hide everything on the page and it'll still show the stars. And also so you can set it differently for each page. And I had like shortcut options, so it's going to be, I still have to test out which different options work the best, but I will be releasing that soon. How are you posting reviews on behalf of clients? I talked about that a little bit earlier, Mark, but basically you want to help the business get a system in place for getting their own reviews. So you want to help them direct customers to review sites, or if you need to get some reviews right away, then call their past customers. You know, that's the most extreme situation. But you want to set up a page on your website that directs them to review sites, tells them what to do. A good way to do it is to have a video, maybe of the business owner saying, like, giving them instructions, just telling them thank you for working with us. We would love it if you could have take a moment of your time to leave us a review, and then have a link to different review sites. And yeah, I mean, you need to be careful about incentivizing reviews. I usually don't do that. I usually just, have a page, and the most effective thing I've found is if you just go to the business, get the business owner, a face that someone knows, and have them just record them for, a minute or two saying, thank you for working with us, for visiting our store, whatever business it is. We would love if you could take a second of our time to leave us a review. Just have that video, have it on autoplay on one of the pages on your website, and then have a link to a few different review sites underneath. And that's a great way. It makes it personal, and people are a lot more likely to respond because it's the business owner. It only takes you, if you have most people have video cameras. It doesn't have to be really fancy. Just get a video, upload it to YouTube, put it on autoplay, and put it on a page on the website. And then you could put a link to that page on maybe a postcard, on people's receipts. You could put it on a postcard if it's a place that sells things, and just like drop it in their bag when they check out, or give it to them with the receipt, or if they're doing email marketing or Facebook, whatever method the company uses to contact their customers, just plug into that and try and get more reviews. I mean, that's all it comes down to. I mean, that's just a part of reputation management. I mean, part of it is also everything you already know about local search. And if you haven't done local search, basically you want to sign people up on review sites, because that's the first thing you want to do, because they need to be able to get a name, address, and phone number, because that's how Google plus local decides how to rank listings. And you also want people to be able to review them on a lot of different websites, because it gives them more credibility. And then you can link to those different review sites. You want to make sure they're set up on those review sites, and then you want to make sure you do SEO on the website, because SEO on their website helps their Google Plus local listing, because Google looks at the keywords that website's targeting when it decides how to rank those different local listings. And you want to set up videos, you want to set up social media and link back to the website, because Google looks at all of that. Yes, it is being recorded. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about pricing. So how much do you guys usually charge monthly for? Go ahead and say like what you charge monthly and what the service is that you deliver monthly. Just type that into the chat box or the questions box. Okay, 1,000, 1,500 for SEO, $695 for local search, $500 to $750 for reputation management, $595 for setup, and $497 per month for review management, hosting, and maintenance. Okay, yeah, so we're getting a lot of different people here. Just starting, $975 setup, $175 a month. Yeah, I mean, if you're just starting, I mean, sometimes it is a good idea just to charge less if you're not confident that you can deliver the services, and then work your way up as you keep on doing it. Because then there's not as much pressure on you, and until you get some experience. But I mean, you definitely can charge $500 to $1,500 a month. That's generally the range that, like, the average range that I quote is $500 to $1,500 a month, based on competition, based on how many services I'm delivering. So I'll generally offer 3 different packages in that range. Okay, so yeah, so you want to do a setup fee, because that's definitely some money you can make, and you are doing a lot of work for the setup. You don't want to skip out on that unless you're getting a good monthly deal out of it that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Okay, so the packages you can offer. Well, there's a lot of different things. It depends on the business type, but generally the basic package you could offer is website design, and then you could offer them, or you could offer local search marketing, website design plus local search marketing. Then you could offer to rank them for more keywords. That's a great way to upsell a little bit more services, is offer SEO. So you target different cities and not just like the main city where they're located. You could offer to make them a few landing pages for different cities and rank those pages, maybe like 3 different surrounding cities. That's like a medium package you can offer. And then for a top offer, you could offer them like complete social media plus everything else you offered. So you could get them set up on Facebook and run Facebook ads to help build them a fan base online. And I mean, there's a lot of different things. If they don't have email marketing set up, that's a great way to get their customers coming back, to set them up. I mean, you should set them up an opt-in form on the website anyway, but you could offer to help manage that for them and train them how to build an email list and how to keep those customers coming back, through offering different discounts. You could set up a membership, like a VIP membership for them. That's another great thing you can do. So they get these people that pay a monthly fee, and they get, maybe if it's a restaurant, they get a certain amount of free meals every month if they're in this VIP membership, and it just gets those people coming back. And let's see what else. If you're doing SMS marketing, that's a great thing you can upsell. It's great for like bars and nightclubs. Offer to get them set up to build them an email list. There's just a lot of different things you could do with that. I haven't done a lot of SMS recently. I did a little bit of it, but as far as pricing for that goes, there's a wide range just depending on how many text messages you're going to be doing. What are you asking, Wallace? What about it? Okay, yeah, Neil made a great point. Great to offer a setup fee. Used as a cushion if they squeeze you on price. You can offer them a deal if they sign up today. So yeah, that's a great thing you want to do, is use that setup fee as a method to get them to sign up right away. Or if you're trying to get them on a monthly, if you're having trouble getting them to sign up monthly, you could first pitch them with a really high setup fee for the website design and marketing, and then say, okay, well, if you want to do marketing with me, I can cut the setup fee in half or have no setup fee as long as you stay with us for a few months. Okay, looks like Places Scout just updated with some reputation management fixes. I'll have to check that out because I haven't really used Places Scout that much, but it looked pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you could offer the first month for free. That's a great way to get some clients really easily if you don't want to worry about, hard selling. Just say, look, I have a internet marketing reputation management business. I want to help you guys out. I'll give you a full month for free just because I'm confident in the services that I'm offering, and I know that they can get you more business. So I'm going to do this for you for a month. And if you want to continue, then you can pay us this certain amount every month, and I'll not charge you anything for the first month. So that's a great way, especially if you're maybe doing an email list. You could like set up an Aweber account for them or something, or GetResponse, and then do some email marketing for them and say, hey, I have this list of people, give them a month of help with their email marketing. But the thing is, you have control of the email list. So then you could say, if you want to continue with me, I'll give you access to this email list. So That's also good for if you're renting out a website. Say I'll give you this website a month for free. That's a great way to get your foot in the door. But the thing is that you control the website, you control the property. So as soon as they stop that first month, those leads get cut off. So situations like that are great where you can get them something that'll hook them and then it'll hook them and get them in the door from the start. So. And if it's a really simple website that you're building, I mean, sometimes if you're just starting out, it's a great idea just to say, look, I'll give you this website for free if you want to try marketing with me. So, I mean, sometimes websites, it'll take you like 30 minutes or an hour to set up a simple landing page if you already have a template ready. Okay, do we have any other questions? Looks like we're getting close to the end. It's like we covered a lot of different things. We covered mobile website design, e-commerce, reputation management, pricing. Did you guys get a lot of this, or anything you want me to talk about more? When you sign up a new client and you charge $500 setup and $450 after, does your setup cover the first month? Generally, when I'm doing local marketing, I won't, like if I'm building them a website, I won't start actually backlinking the website. I'll wait a while to do that. But the setup fee, I usually have the setup fee more than the monthly fee. So maybe $1,500 setup and then $750 a month. And basically I'll say like the first month what I'm going to be doing is making all of the different directory listings, then I'm making the videos for their business, and I'll help them maybe with the reputation management. So it's a little more expensive because I'm taking care of all of that from the beginning. And then I'll, after all of those listings are in place, I'll set up their Google Plus local listing and then start backlinking it after that. Start backlinking their website about the same time. What domain do I usually use? If you're talking about the review plugin, well, what I like to do is just make it a page on their actual website because it brands it to their business. So it's not like a separate website, it's just a page on their website that has the review video or however you want to do it. Yeah, Robert, that's a great way to do it. You could have a setup fee of $1,500 and then $750 a month. I mean, it depends on what services you're offering, but it's good pricing. If I have a system I use that's third party. Okay, Richard, I think what you're asking is if you're trying to set up like a reputation management page or even the Review Hub plugin, and you can't, maybe if it's not a WordPress website or if you don't want to do it on their website, one thing you could do is just do a separate WordPress installation on a subfolder of their main website. So it looks like a part of their website because it's a subfolder, but it's just a WordPress installation. And you could just set up a simple page if you're worried about that. How do you handle setting up directory listings when they don't have accounts in these directories? Well, yeah, Tom, that's a good question because that's part of the service that I offer for the setup. That's why I charge more for the setup fee is I make sure they're listed on all the main review sites. And there's a lot of different websites where you can go to actually get those accounts and the directories created. So you can order packages where it's like they'll set up 100 for you for maybe like $75. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but if you look for some outsourcers that do, just Google it, outsourcers for directory listing setup or something like that. I don't remember it offhand, but I can send you guys a link to some of the guys that I use for that. Yeah, Fiverr does it. I'm not sure I would trust Fiverr for creating directories, but because you want to get a lot done. If we're not the website provider and they don't use WordPress, for Review Hub, yeah, it's a WordPress plugin, so you have to have WordPress. So if you wanted to use the plugin, you could just do an installation and a subdirectory. That's what I was saying about that. Okay, yeah, I'll give the outsourcer information when I post the recording. Neil, no, someone had mentioned Places Scout. I think Ken Santucci. I haven't used Places Scout, but he just mentioned that they have a reputation management feature, so I haven't checked that out yet. But what do we do if they do not manage their website and do not have access to any of it? What do you do? I mean, the only thing you can do is make them a new website if you don't have access to it. I mean, sometimes that's better anyway because you can get a keyword-rich URL. Okay, Sherry said Places Scout is awesome. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people use Places Scout and are happy with it. So it's definitely a good alternative. How do you demonstrate search ranking improvements when you offer SEO? I mean, the best way to do that is to use Google AdWords keyword tool and show them how many searches per month a certain search is getting, and then give an estimate for what percentage of the total searches you think that they will get. So basically, you're just giving them numbers based on what Google tells you for, how many hits you think their website will give you, and then you can set up. Just depends on your pricing. You can offer to make different landing pages for local cities. It's called Places Scout, Stephen. How do you get past the gatekeeper when cold calling? Well, a lot of businesses, they have the phone number of the owner. I mean, if it's a small business, you just contact the owner directly. If not, that's why a lot of times I recommend going to businesses where you actually like their services, whether it be a restaurant or hair salon, and you could just do a walk-in, or you could call them and not even mention anything, just say, could I speak with this person? And a lot of times they'll just forward the call. If you don't mention right off the bat that you're, offering to sell them SEO, just be like, can I speak with this person? And another thing you do is do an email with a video and then follow up with a phone call. So it's not as much a cold call. All right, do you guys have any other questions? Looks like we're getting close to the end. All right, well, it looks like that's about it. Thanks for coming on, guys. I hope you guys got a lot out of it, and I'll go ahead and send the replay out after that, and that's it. Have a good night.